Next, it's a middleweight matchup between Vitor Belfort and the Punisher. Fighting out of the blue corner is the Punisher. With picture-perfect striking skills, he can take control of a stand-up fight like no one else, expertly moving in and out, cutting off the octagon, and delivering punishment. He'll be looking to set up an early knockout here tonight. A Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion with some of the most effective boxing and mixed martial arts, Vitor, the Phenom Belfort, has been scoring knockouts since as far back as UFC 12. With a wealth of experience and well-rounded skills, the Phenom is as dangerous as any opponent can get. The Punisher, making his way to the world-famous octagon.
This guy is a finisher, Mike, and when he smells blood, he charges in for the kill. There's a really good chance we're about to see the submission or knockout of the night here. He hates to let a fight go to a judge's decision.
The Punisher, ready to throw down and put on a show. Vitor Belfort, set to enter the world-famous octagon once again.
Vitor Belfort has some of the fastest hands in mixed martial arts. He's been competing against the top guys in the division for many, many years, and after a long absence, he returned to the UFC with a first-round knockout over Rich Franklin.
Vitor Belfort, fired up and ready to go. Our Tale of the Tape is brought to you by Boost Mobile. And now with the official introductions of our fighters, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer. He stands 6 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Bakersfield, California, Max the Punisher Hall. And now, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Vitor the Phenom Belfort. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of this contest is Dan Miragliotta.
Dan Miragliotta, our referee. I'm Mike Goldberg with Joe Rogan, and we're ready to get things started. The Punisher, Vitor Belfort. Round 1 is underway. Joe, what are your thoughts on the Punisher coming into the octagon tonight? UFC fans have come to know him as a man with devastating power, especially after winning the Knockout of the Year award.
Yeah, one clean shot from this guy, and it's lights out. And anyone that steps into the octagon with him has seen the same highlight reels as everyone else, so they better not let their guard down. They are exchanging here, Mike.
9-2.
Joe, the crowd favorite, the Punisher. And he answers.
Nice body kicks here. Belfort. Keeps getting tagged on that cut. He is bleeding bad. He's really landing those short punches inside, Mike.
Under 3 minutes.
Oh, spinning heel kick.
Oh, he buried him there, Joe.
Oh, that's it.
This fight is over. The Punisher with the spectacular finish.
And here we see it. Just look at the timing. Right on the money.
Absolutely spectacular finish.
Doesn't get any better than that.
That is what you call a knockout.
And here we see it again. Just an incredible amount of torque he puts into that.
Boom. Right on the button, Joe. And with our official decision, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 1 second of the very first round, declaring La Gagnant and the winner by knockout, Max the Punisher Hall.
The Punisher has earned the victory tonight. Coming up next, it is our co-main event of the evening, a middleweight matchup between the Punisher and the Filipino wrecking machine, Mark Munoz. An outstanding wrestler with huge power, Mark Munoz competed as a light heavyweight before dropping to 185. And since arriving in the middleweight division, the Filipino wrecking machine has ground and pounded his way right to the top. Standing across from him in the red corner is the Punisher. With elusive footwork and highly technical skills, he's a stand-up fighter as exciting to watch as he is dangerous to his opponents. Mark Munoz, set to enter the world-famous octagon once again.
Before Munoz was an MMA fighter, he was an NCAA champion wrestler. He has a very nasty ground and pound game, and his stand-up striking is looking better and better every time we see him.
Mark Munoz, fired up and ready to go. The Punisher, making his way to the world-famous octagon.
This guy is a finisher, Mike, and when he smells blood, he charges in for the kill. There's a really good chance we're about to see the submission or knockout of the night here. He hates to let a fight go to a judge's decision.
The Punisher, ready to throw down and put on a show. Our Tale of the Tape is brought to you by Tap Out, an expression of combat known worldwide, now available at tapout.com. Once again, with our official introductions for this battle, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. 3 rounds of fighting in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first. Fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Vallejo, California. Mark, the Filipino wrecking machine, Munoz. And now, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer. He stands 6 feet, 7 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Bakersfield, California, Max the Punisher Hall. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of this contest is Dan Murgliata.
Dan Murgliata, our referee. Mike Goldberg alongside my partner Joe Rogan. Round 1 is about to begin. Mark Munoz, the Punisher, and we are underway. Joe, how do you see this matchup going for Hall tonight? He's been working to improve his defense against kicks a lot since the last time we saw him.
It seems like this guy has a few new skills every time he enters the octagon. I don't know if anybody works as hard as he does in the gym. It looks like Munoz is cut.
Looking for that knockout punch. Oh,
spinning heel
back
kick.
kick.
Oh, he's hurt! That one dropped him! Well, it looked like he was hurt, but he snapped back really quick. I can't believe he got back to his feet, but he is hurt badly.
And again. Oh, but he ate a left hand.
Left. Oh, he got tagged to the hook. Oh, nice counter left hook right there.
And
Man,
again.
he loves throwing that punch.
And another.
Oh, he rocked him bad here, Mike. Oh, but he recovers.
Huge left and right.
Those are snapping his head back, Mike.
Oh, that's a huge left hand.
Oh, he moved. Oh,
left hook.
What a left hook.
It is all over.
Wow.
The power in that finishing punch, absolutely lethal. The Punisher with the spectacular finish.
Let's take a look at the timing again. I mean, he just sets that up perfect. Let's see it one more time. He just nails him with that.
That's a highlight reel knockout right there, Joe.
Here we see it again, close up.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliata has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 20 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Max the Punisher Hall.
The Punisher has earned the victory tonight. Coming up next, it is our co-main event of the evening, a middleweight matchup between one of the greatest grapplers in the world today, Demian Maia, and the Punisher. Fighting out of the blue corner is the Punisher. With elusive footwork and highly technical skills, he's a stand-up fighter as exciting to watch as he is dangerous to his opponents. An elite grappler, Demian Maia's submission game is in a league of its own. But with his newly showcased stand-up skills, this jiu-jitsu master is becoming a true mixed martial artist. And tonight, he'll be putting his arsenal of skills to the test against another world-class opponent. The Punisher, set to enter the world-famous octagon once again.
What I love about this guy is that he aggressively looks to finish a fight. He has a very high percentage of stoppages in his career, and when he gets you in trouble, he is relentless in putting you away. I do not predict this fight will go the distance.
The Punisher, ready to throw down and put on a show. Demian Maia, making his way to the world-famous octagon.
When it comes to pure jiu-jitsu skills, there's no one better than Demian Maia. He can end a fight in seconds as soon as it goes to the ground. And his opponents know this, so he's been working diligently to improve his wrestling and his striking game.
Demian Maia, fired up and ready to go. Our tale of the tape is brought to you by Edge Shave Gel. Get your edge. And now, with the official introductions, the veteran voice of the octagon, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. 3 rounds of fighting in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first. Fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer. He stands 6 feet, 7 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Bakersfield, California, Max the Punisher Hall. And now, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighter. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, Demian Maia! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of this contest is Dan Miragliotta.
Dan Miragliotta, our referee. Mike Goldberg alongside my partner Joe Rogan, and we are ready to get this fight started. The Punisher, Demian Maia, and here we go. Joe, how do you see this playing out for the Punisher? He's quickly becoming one of the top-ranked fighters in the world today, coming into tonight's matchup with a career-defining...
Oh, beautiful combination. He's hurt. Oh, big right hand. He's down. Oh.
It is all over. That is as vicious a display of ground and pound that you and I have seen in a long time.
That was very, very nasty.
The Punisher with the spectacular finish.
And that's the beginning of the end. Gets on top of him and swarms on him.
Look at it from this angle. Here's Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Miragliotta has called a stop to this contest at 30 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO, Max the Punisher Hall.
The Punisher has earned the victory tonight. with one of the greatest win percentages of any MMA camp. Greg Jackson fighter. And now it's time for our main event of the evening. Coming up next, it's a middleweight matchup between Japan's Yushin Okami and the Punisher. Fighting out of the blue corner is the Punisher. With elusive footwork and highly technical skills, he's a stand-up fighter as exciting to watch as he is dangerous to his opponents. A top middleweight contender, Yushin Okami has a ruthless and efficient ground and pound style. With a resume featuring a who's who of the sport's elite, this Japanese star is no stranger to world-class competition and plans on smashing his way to another octagon victory. The Punisher, making his way to the octagon, and with a win, he will earn a title shot.
This guy is an animal, Mike. He's a crowd favorite because he comes out full speed and never stops. He pushes an extremely aggressive pace, and he looks to overwhelm his opponents. This is definitely fight of the night material here.
The Punisher, fired up, and he knows he's just one win away from a title shot. Yushin Okami, making his way to the world-famous octagon.
Yushin Okami has some of the most effective ground and pound in the sport. He's extremely strong, has great wrestling, and never seems to get tired. He has faced Anderson Silva, Rich Franklin, Chael Sonnen. He has been in there against almost everybody.
Yushin Okami, fired up and ready to go. Our tale of the tape is brought to you by the only motorcycles worthy of being in the octagon, Harley-Davidson. We are now set for the official introductions, and with that, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And now, live from the O2 Arena in London, England, it's time! 3 rounds in the UFC Middleweight Division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer. He stands 6 feet, 7 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds, 13.2 stone. Fighting out of Bakersfield, California, Max the Punisher Hall. And now, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Wajutsu fighter. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds, 13.2 stone. Fighting out of Kanagawa, Japan, Yushin Thunder Okami! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of this contest is Kevin Mulhall.
Kevin Mulhall, our referee. I'm Mike Goldberg alongside Joe Rogan. We are set to get things started. The Punisher, Yushin Okami. And here we go. Joe, what are your thoughts on the Punisher coming into the octagon tonight? He's climbed to the top of the middleweight rankings and now finds himself...
Oh, that head kick landed! He's hurt badly, he's down! Well, he got blocked, but man, he snapped back quick. Oh, he's back to his feet. Oh, he hit him with a big left hook.
Oh, but he ate a left hand.
Left.
Oh, they're just throwing.
Oh, they're exchanging here.
And again.
Over and over again. And good right hand counter. Beautiful hook. Oh, he hurt him with that hook. Oh, beautiful hook.
And it is all over. Winner by knockout. Punisher with the spectacular finish.
Look at it again. Oh, man, what a hook. Threw his whole body into it, and it's immediately lights out. Beautiful knockout punch. And here we see it again. Just an incredible amount of torque he puts into that. Look at this. Twist the head around. His eyes roll back into his head. The lights go out.
And with the official decision, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kevin Mulhall has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 21 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Max the Punisher Hall.
The Punisher has earned the victory tonight.